Thank you for joining me tonight, so early too. Yeah, thanks for the redeem as well. Yeah, I just started, but I'll go ahead and stretch. I hope you're doing well. I'm just getting things started here, so give me a moment. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm just getting used to things, trying to relax after a busy and kind of stressful week. There we go. I've kind of forgotten how some of these things work. It's been a while since I've messed with some things. Anyway, almost ready here. So just give me one moment. There. Okay. It should be good now. There. Okay. Well. Right, as I said before, we're going to play more Deathmark tonight. And, about ready to start the next chapter soon. So without waiting any longer, let's get started. Now, turn down the music a little bit because on the last playthrough, I looked over my last video and noticed it was a bit loud in some places. But I hope that fixes it. Now we're gonna go investigate a location where my current partner was doing a film shoot, and she came away with the death mark. So we're gonna go there and investigate and see what may have caused her to get this curse. Here we are. The road runs through a quiet residential area. It's far removed from major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. We look a little suspicious wandering around, but no one's here to report us. Ah, yep, this is the place. We were looking for a ghost here. It wouldn't happen to be a woman wearing white, carrying a statue, would it? Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit. So, did you find the ghost? No, we didn't. But Madame Yasuoka said she felt a bad presence throughout the entire shoot. You keep mentioning Yasuoka. What kind of person is she? Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. She's a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual powers. This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Saya Kujo. Oh yeah, I better email her. I've got to let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya. I pushes some buttons on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone will probably own one, old and young alike. Well, that turned out to be very true. Technology evolved so fast. It's amazing. Sorry that took so long. All right, should we get right down to investigating, Mr. Venkman? If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Let's peek around a little bit. The vending machine, that looks suspicious. An old vending machine. It doesn't look like it's been restocked in a while, as it's mostly empty. That's all it says. Okay. Anything else over here? A normal manhole cover. Looks like we needed special tools to open it. Huh? This one's got a different design. It's true. It's the only one of an older make. It's covered in rust. Huh? It looks like you can get a hand in. Can you lift it? I highly doubt it. I'm sure you need special tools to open a manhole. Well, why not just try it? Determination and strength will get you farther than you expect. Is that from another one of your songs? Come on, Mr. Bankman. You take that side. Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3. The lid lifts, and a putrid smell wafts out. I can't believe we actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rusted metal ladder is set to the side of the hole. Does this connect to the sewers? Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird. And the rumor about the white-robed woman. The woman mysteriously vanishes. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't we try going down for a look? What? Are you serious? But I'm in my stage outfit. So you're going to wait up here? No, I'm coming. But don't you dare look up while you're climbing down. down first, and I quickly follows. The rusted ladder creaks when we put weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. We make our way carefully. It takes us a while to reach the bottom. I feel like this must go farther down than the normal sewer. It's like a secret entrance. Maybe for a secret society's hideout. Ai's voice bounces off the walls above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. My feet finally reach solid ground. A concrete passageway stretches before us. I doubt it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe. Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. At least my outfit won't get dirty, but where are we anyway? How should I know? We'll just have to look around. If I climb the ladder, I can get above ground. No, we're not. Oh, okay, we can explore here. There's a large iron box. Judging from its corrosion, it must have been made a long time ago. I slip my hands underneath the lid and pull with all my might. It pops open with an unexpectedly loud noise. There are a few tools inside, along with what looks like a notebook. Got a hammer, hatchet, and red notebook. Wow, it was full of stuff. What does the notebook say? I flip through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place. But what concerns me even more is... what's that smell? A bizarre stench invades my nose, like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. It doesn't take me long to figure out that it's coming from the notebook. I can't believe you're holding it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke. Put the notebook in my bag for now. The smell might permeate the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. Let's look at our items. The hammer found in the shelter. The head has what looks like blood stains. This was obviously used for something other than carpentry. A hatchet found in the shelter. It's thick black. It's covered in rust. Dark red stains hint at its history as a tool used to sever something. The red notebook. A notebook found in the shelter. It's covered in strange smelling splotches, making it hard to read. Clean pages have entries written with thin letters. Somehow she has more power than he does. She's stronger, but she's not as intelligent. Okay. It's emitting a strange red light. What's strange about it? suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in her tracks. Mr. Vankerman, what is that? She shakily points. I shine the light that way. Something dark and long is clinking to the wall. Is that human hair? But what's it doing here? Rose. Oh, it is. It doesn't show up until you shine the light on it. It's strange. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of it, too. Oh. Well, let's keep pressing on. Not gonna let a little human hair deter us. The wall has been discolored by water stains and dust. Going by the fading, it's gotta be old. These doors? It's an old-fashioned, though well-built iron door. The paint is chipping in places, so it must be pretty old. Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea there was a place like this under the ground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab? How can she say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute. I get the feeling she's not particularly bright. I'm sorry. Did I say something bad? No, it's not that. I give up on I and reach for the doorknob. It's locked. Of course it is. Let's go. I don't want to stay here long, so I never get to finish what I'm saying. What? An old man jumps out from the iron door, yelling strangely. Hey, where are you folks from? Huh? What are you doing on my turf, huh? He's smirking, but his tone is serious. Just then, I smell an odd stench. It seems like this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. Nothing, really. That's right. We haven't done anything. I know she's trying to back me up, but she definitely doesn't sound convincing. This underground shelter isn't a place for irresponsible layabouts like yourselves. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here. He disappears behind the iron door. And it sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. Man, that surprised me. I wasn't expecting a person to come out. Oh, do you think that guy was homeless? Yeah. Maybe not something you ponder out loud. Could it be she's never seen one before? Still, that old man. Why did he pop out just to warn us? If the door was locked, he shouldn't have to worry about being disturbed. But if I don't know why, I should probably just do as he says. Let's go. He might come yell at us again. Yeah. We've seen just about everything we can. Seems to be an underground shelter. But with the solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter. Well, we didn't find anything on spirits or that woman in a white robe. At least the notebook shows some promise. Too bad we couldn't get more out of that old guy. What's behind that door anyway? From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe. Like there's a noose tightening around my neck. I thought it was because of the still air, but that might not be the only reason. Something in my head throbs. This place, it holds some kind of horrible secret. I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know this underground shelter? Mr. Venkman, you're kind of spacing out. You okay? You look pale, too. I'm fine. It's nothing. The air in here is pretty bad. No surprise you're feeling sick. Let's head back up for now. We return to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. When we climb out of the manhole, the breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that hounded us underground starts to disperse. Ah, Miss I've finally found you. I'm glad to see you are safe. Oh, Madam Yasuoka. Good morning. Great to see you. But what are you doing here? I went to Miss Cujo's mansion, but no one answered the door. I then got your email, so I came here. Still, it's hard to believe that Miss Cujo has passed away. This seems to be the woman that I keeps mentioning. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old. I'm Tawako Yasuoka. You must be Mr. Venkman. I read about you and your mark in Miss I's email. Seems you've been working hard to help those who have the mark. Yasuoka, how much do you know about the mark? Good question. I'm sure I know less than what you were hoping I do. Miss Cujo told me about a scar like that, and that's what I knew of it. Oh. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. I assume it's some sort of curse. Though I never thought it would be the work of inhuman spirits. Or that I would become a victim. Yasuoka rolls up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm. I've lived long enough already. I have no attachments to this world. But Miss I is still young. Do everything you can to save her. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers. Mr. Venkman, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal. It's natural to be doubtful. It's best to not tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. However, Mr. Venkman, you seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Have you experienced something no one else has? The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind. I mention it to her. Intriguing. Jean d'Arc was famous for hearing the voice of God, but usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost, or even the soul of someone who loves you, trying to save you. If it's trying to help, I'd appreciate it if it could give clearer hints. I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal. Static can garble the message. A soul protecting the one it loves. Ah, how romantic. Mr. Banquin, do you have any idea who that soul could be? There's no way I would. I don't have any memories. Even if I did, it's not like there's a way that I'd be able to know. So, what's your plan now? We were going to head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary, after all. Oh, and who might that be? A doll! One that talks even. Talking doll. Not so strange when you consider it's the Cujo family we're discussing. She's not surprised at all. Guess it pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes. Shall we head to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this Mary. Sure, let's do that. She's not officially a partner yet, I guess. Yeah, let's go back. Excuse me. As Yasuoka climbs out of the car, her gaze turns nostalgic as she looks around. It's been a long time. About 20 years now. Back 2 generations of family heads. You've known them a long time then. Haha, it hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Murasame, the second last head, and cut ties with him. Hello, Tio. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you had a good sleep. They didn't even invite me to Murasame's funeral. The last head, Mazamune, and Saya were kids the last time I saw them. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago. Wait a second. First it was Murasame, then it was Mazamune, and the current head is Saya Kujo, right? There have been 3 heads in 20 years? That's right. Yasuoka grimaces. The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks. Very few have lived full lives. Gossips say their family is cursed. So Saya Kujo didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just coincidence, but hey, you keep thinking it's a coincidence. I think you know by now that things don't just happen for no reason. At least not when it comes to you. There's something about this mansion that tells me I shouldn't be so sure. If it really is a curse, what's causing it? Could it be divine wrath? Miss I, you've been staring this whole time. Something the matter? Well, Mr. Venkman, does the Cujo family keep animals out in their yard? No, I don't think so. Oh, then that black rabbit is odd. That rabbit's back again? But what is it doing here? Where did it go? I think it was headed for the building. It had something in its mouth. What was it? I don't know. It's too dark, and it was far away. You know that rabbit, Mr. Venkman? Kind of. I tell them about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary said that it has some sort of spirit residing in it. And now it's suddenly here. What could that mean, I wonder? All at once, my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this. Like something terrible is about to happen. Find myself bolting to the entrance hall. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did the rabbit get inside the mansion? I quickly scanned the room for it. Mary is sitting on the sofa. Mr. Venkman? Over there, in the corner. I turned in the direction eyes pointing. What's going on? Ai's voice has an audible shake in it. How the hell should I know? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yasuoka is silent. Mary lies on the ground, tragically broken. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Next to her lies the rabbit. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. Hey, Mary? I call out to her, daring to hope. But I only get silence in response. Mary is dead. Though I don't know if you say that for a doll. After that, I and Yasuoka helped me pick up Mary's remains, as well as the rabbits. We work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Mary is gone. I'll have to face spirits and the mark without her help from now on. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Will I even be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? We know Cujo Mansion isn't necessarily safe from spirit attacks. In fact, Sayo Cujo was killed by Hanahiko. Why did the rabbit come here? Last time I saw it, it was at H Shrine. Did it travel all the way here after that? And for what purpose? Mr. Venkman, a moment please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea what it is? She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. The tag attached to it says Master Key. It's the master key to the mansion. But what's it doing here? Miss I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up his key ring and carried it. Are you saying the rabbit had the master key? It's only a guess. It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself. But Mary said she didn't know where it was. The truth is shrouded in darkness. We can use that key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to get into? As a matter of fact, there is. There's one place I've been unable to check. A locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. The room layout looks no different from that of the other guest rooms. What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange. That frame over there interests me. I'd like to see the photos inside. There are two places of interest. Which one should I check first? At the desk. On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Next to them are bottles filled with paints and a stack of art books. What exactly were they making? The desk drawers are full of tools as well, but no documents or reports on the mark like I had hoped. I picks up a chisel and studies its handle. This thing, MK, is engraved on it. Saya Kuja would be SK, so... Saya's father was Mirasame Kujo, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masamune Kujo. Either one would be MK. Oh, that was I talking. Or maybe that was Yasuoka, I don't know. Let's move on. Yasuoka tilts her head in thought. I heard the Kujo family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. Buddha, not Buddha. Buddha statues. I suppose either of them could have been influenced by that. That's about all we'll learn from this desk. I'll check the other spot next. The frame. The picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figures, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. And one of them is... Mary with no clothes on. A photo of Mary's bare frame. It looks like she was still being put together. So if the tools on the desk are used to make dolls, then was Mary created here in the mansion? There's a pattern on Mary's right arm. Isn't that the mark? But I never saw anything like that on her arm. Plus, this one is a different color from the one us mark bearers have. A black mark. Ours may be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. After examining the desk and the frame, we searched the rest of the room as well. but we come up with nothing more. Aw, that's too bad. I was expecting an amazing secret. We didn't learn anything more about spirits or the mark here. The only thing left is that diary we found in the shelter. We'll just have to place all our bets on that. We return to the entrance hall. I pull the red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. The flour and the tallow smell assaults my nose. I feel like my olfactory senses are shriveling. What a vulgar stench. I recognize this from when we filmed on K. Miyamachi North Road. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I'd imagine the smell. But perhaps that's when I received. Yasuoka scowls at the notebook. If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirit somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable. The last page seems clean enough. The date is from half a month ago. Miss Sue. As I await the fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children called me Miss Zoo. Zoo, the keeper of the animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. But because of that foolish principal and the fire, the school was shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Ashura had bestowed upon me the wisdom I need to do that. Tomorrow I will die. By the great Ashura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Yu, so I may rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Ashura has said. Oh, great Ashura. Ashura, 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 Ashura. Ashura, 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 Ashura. Ashura, 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 Ashura. The rest of the page is filled with Ashura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover the names. That combined with the choking perfume, the heavy weight of lust is overwhelming. The dark passions in this notebook, thoroughly disgusting. I'd love to burn it to ash immediately. So, this Miss Zhu who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors? She worked in a lab. That would explain the white robe. But I wonder what school she was talking about. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any ideas? It's H Elementary. We've been there already. There were snakes on the top floor, too. Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in this area that hasn't been torn down. Maybe the paradise she wrote of. what the diary says is true, then the woman died after she wrote it. This great Ashura would have guided her transformation into Miss Zoo. I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. Is that really possible? She seemed fairly confident that she would be reborn, and the notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she meant it as a farewell to her life as a human. How sentimental. Miss Sue. So, is she the one that gave Madame Yasuoka and I our marks? That's where we found the diary, so the spirit must know the place. It would make sense that it comes and goes from there, then, for whatever reason. Looks like we know where we must go next. Time to go to H Elementary. We went for it. Okay, let me pause here to take a drink. Take a look at the bag. Miss Sue memo. We came back to the mansion to a shocking scene. Mary is cruelly smashed to pieces, and the black rabbit lies in a pool of blood. We could only stand there in horrified silence. What was the rabbit doing here? Why did both of them die? They were our guides, our spiritual advisors. How in the world am I supposed to face spirits now? While cleaning, Yasuoka finds a master key to the mansion. I guess a black rabbit had it for whatever reason. Regardless, it let us enter the locked room. Inside, we discovered that either Masamune or Murasame, former heads of the Kujo family, likely made Mary. Unfortunately, we found nothing on spirits, or the mark like we hoped. Found a foul-smelling notebook in the underground shelter. I and Yasuoka say they smelled something similar when they were filming on Manhole Road. The notebook appears to be some teacher's diary, and the legible parts are indescribably bizarre. Tomorrow I will die. By the great Ashura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Zoo. Miss Zoo. That was the nickname of the teacher who kept a lot of lab animals. The abandoned school that's become her lab could be H Elementary. The spirit who gave I and Yasuoka their marks on Manhole Road, and the woman in white who was seen carrying a Buddha statue. They were both Miss Zoo. We need to find out who she is. We have to search H Elementary. Let's look at our new partner here. Kawako Yasuoka, a fortune teller. A famous fortune teller. She has a store in the best part of Ginza. Her clients even include politicians. She uses her spiritual powers with her knowledge to give advice, which has gained her many devotees. Tone deaf, the only thing she's bad at is music. Good thing she's not singing. Fake? Excuse me, I don't know why I'm tired, why I'm sleepy. This is the first time I've been able to relax in a while, I suppose. Yeah, let's keep with the I. Now let's go to the elementary school. has been humming and waving her hands in the passenger seat. She seems like she has no idea about what things we're going to see, and that worries me. Oh, sorry. Am I distracting you from driving? Not really. Are you trying to learn some choreography? Yeah. It's so hard. Mind if I vent a little, Mr. Peter? She turns toward me, hopefully. Am I getting some kind of insider scoop? P was like, we're doing a new song and changed the set list a week out. Oh, a set list is a list of songs we perform at a show. So now we have to rush to learn the moves for this whole new song. I'm at the point where I'm dancing even while eating. Isn't that horrible? Oh, yeah, it is. About half of that flew over my head, but it's obvious that she's busy. I know why P's in such a rush. Idol groups need a lot of exposure during their debut to really make it big. That's why P's so desperate to promote us everywhere. But I lowers her voice. For this to happen at such an important time? Next week is when we debut the new song. We'll make it in time, won't we? What do you mean? I mean, will everything get better by then? All this mark and spirit stuff? Well, no one knows. After all, there's no way to know if we'll live through to tomorrow. No one knows what will happen. But don't ever lose hope. The shining fist of justice will destroy the evil lurking in the dark. Right? Are those lyrics? It's from our debut song. That's our most popular one. It's okay. I'll do my best. If I lose here, then it would mean Love and Hero only singing lies. She gives an energetic bow to her invisible fans. The horns from her costume strike my forehead dead on. Ow! I'm so sorry. Jeez. You can at least take the headpiece off. I arrive at H Elementary. Wow. This place looks more haunted than I expected. We should have filmed here. So, what do we do? I'll explain about the last time I was here. Only a quick rundown, but should be enough for her to understand. There isn't much left to investigate on the first floor. We need to check out the second floor. Okay, time to go up then. Alright, let's get going. Let's head on up. All the flowers from Hanahiko are still here. Hey, cut that out. I thought you were gone. Climb the stairs, okay. Huh? Pieces of concrete litter the floor. I think that came from the walls. Let's go to the second floor. Oh no! Poisonous snakes cover the hallway. It'd be foolish to try to keep going. Snakes? Don't shout. slap my hand over I's mouth. We can't move forward. The only thing worse would be making noise and calling something here. It'll be fine if we leave quietly. I cautiously take a step backward. Suddenly, the snakes react to my bag. What the? The snakes flip their tongues in the air, trying to smell something. After a moment, they begin to leave. They disappear into the darkness of the hall before I can even blink. They vanish without a sound, all at once, as if they'd never been there to begin with. Huh? Why? I don't know. It looked like the snakes were sniffing my bag. That red notebook inside. Maybe this smell made them think we were friends. Let's try going down the hallway. I haven't gone this way yet. Oh yeah? Let's both do our best. Let's go in this room. Take a peek around. Long desks and what look like sinks loom in the darkness of a classroom. This seems to be... Is this the science lab? Still. Eye grimaces. It really stinks in here. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. It's an irritating stench that stings the eyes. A putrid smell fills the whole room, like a box of onions has gone rotten. Even so, it's not like we can just leave. Let's get this done quickly so we can move on. It's in there. Oh, there's a talisman in the dusty sink. Alright. Lucky me. Got soul power. What else can we find here? Okay. The desk is scorched. Seems there's more fire damage in here than in the staff room. This is probably where the fire started. Open the door and let the side slam. Ooh, excuse me. Don't know why I'm so tired. Let's take a look around here. It's a sturdy wooden cabinet. It looks antique. The edges of the cupboards are rounded off. Cabinet door opens easily, well that's nice for a change. The inside is completely full to bursting with something. I pull it out and discover that it's a garbage bag full of shredded paper. Got the office trash. Are you seriously planning on taking that with you? I mean, not that I care. While I lift up the bag, an unshredded wad of paper falls to the floor at my feet. I open it up and see several complete sentences. As they failed to destroy this section, got fragment I. Let's take a look at what we have. Command, hold office trash. I'm just going to carry it around. A trash bag found in a cabinet in the storage room. It's full of shredded paper. It could almost be a plump cushion. A fragment I says, a portion of a memo at certain sound waves or music put something to sleep. Also, Something sight. Well, yeah, that second part is a little a little more difficult to make out. Also, reggae sight will again a aware of testing. Something about testing. It's a shelf packed with numerous chemicals. Getting closer, I see some large containers. No! I hear eye gasp behind me. Hands, ears, eyeballs, body pieces that used to belong to a human are floating in liquid, perfectly preserved. Now check out those rings. Pry them out and sell them for investigation funds. I mean, these things aren't cheap. You buy gas and snacks and maybe have to bribe some people every now and then. We need that money. It can't be. There's no way they'd use these as educational aids. They're extremely fresh for being samples. Probably because they were cut from a living body. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since any of them were severed. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm a real sleepy sprite tonight. Science lab storage room. Other than the jars with human body parts, the cabinet has several containers of chemicals. Taking a closer look, hands, ears, eyeballs, all parts from a living human. I think that's what I missed. Taking a closer look, I notice a large tag on the side of a container. Great Ashura and a down pointing arrow. The letters are messy but legible. Great Ashura. Down must mean below where we currently are. So that would be the first floor. Recalling the school's layout, I think there's a similar storage area on the first floor. I'm not sure what it means, but it might be important. I decided to take the tag, just in case. Got the tag. Yeah, let's fill these bottles. I know they're not alive anymore, but it takes a measure of courage to search body parts. I stick my hand inside, half closing my eyes, and feel around the shelf. Is something there? Well, yeah. I stopped myself from voicing my frustration. I can't make I do something like this. Why not? I searched the chemicals, formalin containers, unidentified samples, every nook and cranny. I find a few things I can use. A clear bottle with a liquid inside. It has a label with a chemical formula on it. A brown bottle that has an irritating smell. Its label is rotted and unreadable. And finally, a bottle wrapped in foil. It smells faintly of flowers. It's likely just some kind of chemical as well. Got clear bottle, brown bottle, bottle wrapped in foil. Is that everything? Once I'm done looking around, I stand up. A vinyl bundle in the corner catches my eye. I pick it up and realize that it's a tightly wrapped bundle of clothes. white coat stands out the most. Must be a lab coat. Got the bundled clothes. A white lab coat? Well, we are in a science lab. No big surprise to find one here. That rumor about a ghost in white. I and Yasuoka got their marks while filming a TV show about it at K Miyamachi. And all the other clothes, along with the lab coat, have been folded meticulously. Is it really just a coincidence? Let's save real quick. I'm gonna go, get some coffee or something because I am feeling pretty sleepy right now. I'll be back in a few minutes. Excuse me. Went ahead and had some coffee. Had a little bit of coffee and ate a quick snack. So let's see. That helps me. It wouldn't be a haunted Japanese school if there wasn't a creepy anatomical model. It's an elaborate anatomical model. Ew. Taking a closer look, I noticed a huge tear in its mouth. It's making the mouth look bigger than it should. It's almost like an arm was forcibly shoved down it, and it couldn't handle the strain. What a strange conclusion to come to, that someone forced her arm into its mouth. Let's take a look. The mouth might be broken because someone stuck their hand down in it. That means something is hiding either in the mouth or the torso. I could break it, but then I might break whatever's inside too. Nothing for it but to stick my hand in. I hesitantly slide my hand into the mouth. Something cylindrical is inside. I grab it and try to pull it out. Yeah! Ooh! It's a snakehead. Roused by the movement, snakes begin pouring out from every crevasse. Watch out! I stumble backwards. The snakes slowly retreat back into the model. Seems they live inside it. I bet something's hidden in there. But to get it, I'll have to find a way to pacify the snakes. Okay, we'll have to come back to that later. I open the cupboard and check inside, but all I find is trash and dust. It's like the inside of my closet. There are materials used in science class. It's a number of books. There are materials and encyclopedias about animals. I grab one and flip through the pages. There are a ton of notes inside, scribbled in thin letters. Seems they're simple explanations for the students. I take out the last book, and when I look inside, a scrap of paper falls from in between the pages. Found a worn-out talisman. Oh. Nice. I've got double the soul power now. Doing good. Sorry, I'll save again real quick. Let's look at some of the things we found. The tag. Yeah, Great Assura down. So we need to go to the first floor. A clear bottle. A vial with a white label that reads CH3CH2OH. Flammable. Do not hold by open flame. So you have the chemical formula there. I've forgotten most of my chemistry, so I don't know what that is exactly. Brown bottle. A brown opaque bottle. It smells a bit like chlorine. The corroded label reads, handle with care. A foil wrapped bottle. A bottle completely covered in aluminum foil. The label reads ID5. It has a fresh floral scent. That's nice. Clothing bundled in thick plastic. On top is a white lab coat. It was crammed onto the shelf with all the jars. Okay. Looks like we're ready to go. What? What? A broadcast? Do you have any brains? A strange voice echoes over the intercom. Do the test immediately. Table on the table. Static crackles before being cut off. Is she watching us from somewhere? She said something like table. Something might be on the desk. Let's take a look. School announcement. I got a feeling saving again is going to be a good idea. Sorry for saving so much, but a game like this, there are so many like sudden death instances. I don't want to have to redo big chunks of the game. There were strange things in the storage room of that gross science lab. Hands, ears, eyeballs, parts encased in liquid. All relatively fresh. All belonging to women. We searched the shelves for anything useful and found 3 bottles. One with a corroded label, one reading stage 3, stage 2 OH, and a fragrant one that says ID5. How do you know those eyeballs in that ear belong to a woman? You just look at an severed ear and just go immediately, yep, that's a woman's ear. I think the eyeball would be even more difficult to... Oh, whatever. He just knows. Okay. A repulsive voice echoes over the loudspeaker. Miss Sue? It's set test time. We have to take tests. There are several classrooms on the 2nd floor, including the science lab we're in. Who knows what Miss Sue wants? But maybe the test will give us a hint on how to fight her. We may as well take them while we prepare for the upcoming encounter. And we may as well, I suppose. The desk is scorched. Okay. Oh. On the desk, scattered with lab equipment, it's a small pencil and problem sheet. Are we supposed to fill this out? Peek at the questions. Why not? Does it say that the paper was, face down on the desk so we can take a peek at it? Take a sidelong glance at the problem sheet. See what look like chemistry symbols? Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Remember the experiments. That's right. I found several bottles of chemicals in the storage room. Were those chemicals used in some sort of experiments? Alright, let's start the test. Pencils up, let's go. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Number 1 compound, A, is widely used as a fuel or disinfectant. Its chemical formula is CH3CH blank OH. It's a 2. What number would X be? 73. Number 2, compound N is an exemplary acid and contains a salt that reacts to various metals. Which statement about compound N is true? Needs a light-proof container. Phew. That's right, because it's in like a brown bottle. It stinks when it's thick and fragrant when it's thin. What compound is it? Well, something smells fragrant. All it said was I-5, so let's assume it was that. It looks like I'm right. Indol. Hi there, are they mad I got the questions right? It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. The next test is in the room next door. Proceed there quickly, students. Well then. Sounds like there are other tests. Are we being tested? Maybe. I mean, that's what tests are for. But why? I'm concerned. I don't feel like guessing. A more immediate topic should be discussed now that my senses are assaulted. Also, this thing really reeks. I didn't notice when I was focusing on the test, but the answer sheet stinks terribly. It's 100 times worse than that notebook, like a zoo in the dead of winter. I shut it tightly in a random pouch in my bag, so the smell doesn't spread. Got the answer sheet. Eye narrows her eyes at me. Mr. Venkman, are you sure you closed your bag? It still reeks in here. Huh? Eye is right. The smell has definitely gotten stronger instead of weaker. Sorry, I'll check. I looked down to double check my bag. What? I spot something that looks like a box down on the floor behind the desk. Oh. My instincts realize what it is before my brain does. Hands and feet stick out of the blood-soaked cover. Inside that box is... I've got to check to make sure, but I can't make myself move. Did you find something? Stay back! The low, sharp tone that comes out of my mouth startles even me. Just stay back. I'll check it. After gathering my courage, I reach out. I pull off the thick sheet. It's a security guard. That hat's familiar. So are the clothes. There's no mistake. It's the corpse of that guard who is hanging from the ceiling with Moe Watanabe. I collapse to my knees. A horrible feeling comes barreling up through my chest. Are you alright? There's a corpse. That's where the smell was coming from. A corpse? itself up woodenly, like a puppet on strings. Classroom next door. Huh? The next test is in the classroom next door. Let's go there. Right. Okay, understood. Aya's probably shaken, but she's putting on a brave front anyway. Even an act like that is helpful at a time like this. After all, there's no time to waste. Whoever carried his corpse here could be lurking around the corner. Let's go down and see if we can find, yeah, let's check that out. Fire door doesn't budge when I try to open it. Maybe it's warped. Okay, nothing there. See if we can find a Shira. But the way this school is laid out, we should be right under the science storage room. That reminds me. There's a strange tag attached to the formalin container. I'm pretty sure it said Great Ashura down. Does that mean the Great Ashura is below? And that tag would be referring to this room. Take a thorough look around the room. There aren't any other suspicious spots here besides the trapdoor to the underground room. What is it? I don't see anything around here. You might be right. It's a wall with nothing on it. By all appearances, it looks normal. Let's try feeling it. I tap around on the wall. I don't know why, but I've seen people in shows do it. I think that's how you check walls. Huh? What's wrong? It's not super obvious, but the center portion of the wall seems paler than the rest. If only I had enough skill to be able to tell if it was hollow or not by the sound. I should have leveled that up. The thickness just kind of feels different to me. Oh, I see. What should I do? Let's... a hammer, maybe? I take out the hammer. Sounds like I made the right choice. Put the flashlight down and grip it with both hands. Huh? Don't tell me. This could call attention to me, but this is where Hanahiko was. I don't think another spirit would come here. That's a really big assumption you're making. I'll try just once. I'll take it down in one swing. I gather my courage and swing the hammer against the wall with all my might. And a large hole, larger than I expected, opens up. I anxiously wait to see if I drew a spirit close. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything's coming. That went a lot better than I thought it would. You're brave. Let's take a peek inside. This is the hole I opened with the hammer. I see wriggling in the darkness. Oh no. Wriggling, huh? do want to look at the answer sheet. An answer sheet for one of Miss Sue's tests. The animal stench on it is so strong that it can make a person dizzy. It's very potent. Let's save, because I have a feeling that there's something in there. If we're not careful, it's going to be game over. Oh, there we go. Let's, this is the, no, that's chlorine. I take out the clear bottle and pour its liquid inside the hole. The shadows inside the hole flail about for a while, but then go back to normal. That didn't work. Let's try this one. I take out the brown bottle and pour its liquid inside the hole. And now all I can smell is the horrible stench of burning animal flesh. Ooh. Oh no! The surviving snakes vanish and dash out of the hole. No. Yeah, I thought so. From the last save, let's go. No, please. Let's back out of here for now. Let's go up the stairs. Let's move forward. Anything to look at? Doesn't look like the fluorescent light is broken, but it stays dark. I don't think electricity is on in here. See if I can find anything else. Oh. Cold wind blows in from the broken windows. I slide the broken window open and the trapped paper falls out. Alright, we got another talisman. That's soul power. What is that? The bare floor causes our steps to echo as we walk. We need to make sure the spirit doesn't hear us. Huh? A piano plays somewhere. That was a piano, right? I stilled my breath and strained to hear any noises. But it doesn't seem like anyone's here. Oh. She picked something up off the ground. It's a piece of sheet music. Got sheet music, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Looks like piano sheet music. Oh, that takes me back. I played this song when I was a kid. You play piano? Well, kind of. I am a singer after all. Yeah, I know that. Well, I'll count on you if we need that. Okay, I got this. Piano sheet music, okay. Piano music plays from somewhere. Is there a music room? Is Miss Zoo playing it? Or is it just another curse-related thing? Found sheet music nearby shortly after. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Probably common for elementary school music classes. I can't play, but there's a mark bearer who's good at that kind of stuff. I can't imagine us needing to play the piano. Well, we might need to play. Sheet music for a well-known children's song. It's not complicated, but would be hard for a non-player. Anything else? Here. Oh. The second floor isn't covered in roses like the first. There's no movement. I don't see any plants. I guess that phenomenon didn't happen on this floor. Yeah, because this is someone else's territory. Honey, he goes. Yeah, it's right here. Ew. It's a very bloody room. Let's... Oh, there's something written on the wall. What's this? A plant in the flower pot is wilted. Next to the plant is a plaque with a child's name inscribed on it. I can see something stuck underneath the pot. I lift it up and uncover a dirty piece of paper. Oh, found another talisman. Nice. Flecks of red are all over the floor. They smell like iron. Yeah, I wonder what it is. Something is scrawled on the blackboard. I? Zen? It looks like the letters spell I-Zen. There are more after that, but they aren't legible. I don't know. The handwriting is terrible. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Oh no. Let's peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. There are a number of long sentences. Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Read the blackboard. I already did. Blackboard? I'm supposed to read it? I'm not sure that scribble is really important, but... Alright, let's try this out. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Question 1. Believing in the Buddha is important. The Buddha is most extremely vital. You must believe in the incredibly strong, great I. I is in. You must embrace the stench of corrupted humanity and become one with nature. This is called something Zen unity. I Zen. Okay. Alright. Question 2. Humanity is the embodiment of pain. They kill other animals. Well, other animals kill other animals. What's your point? My fellow snakes also spend every day in absolute misery. My dear snakes hate this world. They hate the sun and heat. This disaster is called the Something Age of Decline. Critical. Crisis. Crisis age. No! Question 3. I carry the Great Eyes Talisman every day and seek rebirth. The talisman is important. It is a greater treasure than the brain or heart or life itself. This is shown not in words, but deeds. If I walk with the talisman, I will become blank. Trained Ashura. Okay. I'm not so happy I survived another test, huh? It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. Next test, 2 rooms over. Don't enter the classroom next door. Off limits. Well, that's succinct. Got the answer sheet. Don't go into the classroom next door? Why? Maybe she's got a secret in there. But now I want to see it even more. Pretty much. She probably didn't think it through before. What? It sounds like something is hitting the wall. That noise. Was it from the room next door? Sounds like something's in there. Let's check out the room next door. We can do the next test later. Forbidden classroom. After the language test, we hear a sound in the room next door. That's probably where we were warned not to enter. Does that mean she doesn't want us to see something? Regardless, if her goal is to make us finish tests, then she likely won't attack until we're done. In which case, we should check out that classroom first. We'll do the tests later. Seems to be locked. Oh. A jumble of wires wrapped around the door handle. The door appears to be locked by a wire stuck in the keyhole. We'll try to hatch it on this. Swing the hatchet down on the wire hard. It makes a dull noise, but the blade only puts a dent in the wire. If I don't hit it on top with a hard surface, it'll be hard to cut it. Maybe this. Yes! I take the brown bottle out of my bag and stare at the label. It has a usage warning on it, and it smells like chlorine. Could be some sort of strong acid that can melt metal. Should we try it? I take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid on the wire. If I accidentally get some on the keyhole, it could be a problem. Don't rush, just a little at a time. faint bubbling noise and a smell that's indescribable. Seems like it's working like we hoped. Is it melting? Yeah. Then, I think that should do it. I pull on the wire again. This time it comes out the keyhole easily. Nice. You're smart, Mr. Venkman. I'm not sure how to respond to that. But in any case, now we can investigate this room. Let's look inside. Discarded the empty brown bottle. Okay, so I'm not going to use that anymore. What? The instant I open a classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then a horrible stench makes me choke. Is this blood? Beneath my feet, it feels like I'm stepping in something soft, like mud. I shine my light into the room. Oh my goodness. We walked into a sausage factory. What the hell is this room? It's as if I stepped into a slaughterhouse. The scene before me is horrific. Organs scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, an overwhelming amount of blood. And blank, glassy-eyed animal heads lined up across the desks. Ice sinks to the floor, covering her mouth. The words sacrificial rite come to mind. But why the hell? Let's check it out. We need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly... Huh? There's a sound from the window ledge. Is someone here? I make my way past the animal heads to peer cautiously at the line of desks near the window. What? A naked body is lying in a pool of red. Countless snakes are slithering over her. Oh no. The woman almost looks like an animal waiting for dissection. Actually, whoever did this to her might have been planning to do just that. Hey, come help me! Someone's trapped! We grab onto her legs and hurry to drag her out of the swarm of snakes. I'm worried about her snake bites, but I don't see any other large wounds. Are you okay? Hang in there. I speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vaguely. We can't let her die. Let's take her back to the mansion. She should be able to walk if we help her. Sure, but she's, naked? Is this really the time to be worried about that? But speaking of clothes, I just remembered. Here, she can wear this. I unwrap the bundle of clothes and pull out the lab coat for her to wear. Oh, yeah. That place is off limits. Noises from the broadcast reverberates in the room. My flashlight blinks out. Mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. Damn it, she noticed. What should we do? We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary's layout pretty well. I should be able to find my way without a light. We gotta hurry. Let's help her up. Well, that was easy. It did it for me. I takes a deep breath from the back seat. Sounds like a world-weary old person groan. Oh, did you just think I sounded like an old lady? I don't care what you think. I'm not performing right now. I'm on break. Is this what they call a woman's intuition? Or did she just read my mind? Does that woman look like she'll be okay? We covered her securely with a lab coat, but I still hesitate to look in the rear view mirror. Don't stare. Privacy's important, even in emergencies. I'm not trying to look, I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on. She looks exhausted, but calm. Maybe she's sleeping. Mr. Bankman? I saw it. What did you see? Try to keep my tone innocent. The mark on her body. When we were putting the coat on her. Oh. So we've added another to our number. My heart drops when I think about how I have to tell her the truth of what's happening. But that doesn't mean I can avoid it. We'll have to tell her. Yeah. I hope she doesn't get depressed. She's surprisingly collected about this. Maybe she'll learn that to be able to make a living in the entertainment world. I have a name. Oh, it's the new woman. I have a name, you know. The mystery woman seemed asleep, but she suddenly speaks up. You were awake? Sorry, we didn't know your name. I'm Madoka Hiru. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. I'm not sure why I gave her that voice, but we'll roll with it. Welcome back. Oh, and who is that with you? Later. Hurry and get a bath ready. We lay a pale-faced Hiru on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. With her guiding us, we're able to give her proper first aid. There's a lot of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. After we finish, her face gradually regains its color. Hiru emerges from upstairs, wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Apparently, they had been hers. I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess. Judging by that casual comment, it seems she's recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore. They only wanted to torment me, not kill. Small mercies. Otherwise, I would have choked on poison or been snake food by now. Spirits drag the living to the depths of despair before killing them. That's what Mary told me before. Thanks to that nefarious nature of theirs, she was able to be saved. You sure you're feeling okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I bounce back fast. Who knows if that's true or if she's just putting up an act, but regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So what were you doing in the school? That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabi Zukawa. I must have fainted. When I woke up, I was there. Zukawa. Could that be Miss Zu? Miss Zu? Oh yeah. I heard that was her nickname from when she was a teacher. So, why were you chasing... Hold up. My questions first. Who are you people? We give her a basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but I can tell from her expression that she's not convinced. I see. I understand. But believing you is something else. You say Zukawa might have become an inhuman monster? Save that talk for writing horror stories. Her face twitches briefly. How is it that you know this Miss Zukawa? She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women work there, so we ended up talking together. And the second I let down my guard, sounds like Zukawa caused some trouble. She stole something important from me. At first, I had no idea where she disappeared to, but I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she's holed up. Going off her recent credit purchases, she's been shopping in H City. What? Asparagus shopping? People would panic if something like that appeared in a grocery store. What? Don't tell me you're serious. Wait, I know you. You're Ai Kashiwagi from Love and Hero. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that wasn't just an act. What? Hey, that's really rude. Supposing you're right, she's a monster. No way she'd go out in public. She obviously used a phone. I even checked with the company. A woman's voice asked them to bring the goods to a designated area. Paid in advance with a bank transfer, so the company delivered as ordered. Oh, and the delivery location happens to be a warehouse by H Elementary. And guess what were those goods? Animals. No idea what connections she pulled, but they're from pet stores and ranches. Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, horses. She even managed to get reindeer and ostriches. Black market too. Spared no expense. With the Miss Zoo name? Maybe she was starting a zoo or something. What happened to those animals? She must not have noticed she was in and out consciousness at the time. But based on what we found in the room she was held in, I can hazard a guess. So I waited at the empty warehouse for Zukawa to come. At some point, I fainted. Next I know, I'm butt naked and in that terrible position you found me in. I'm sure she was behind it. So then, is that also when you got your mark? Mark? Oh, you mean the scar. I still don't believe it. Even if Zukawa happens to be a spirit, then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went to H City. What? So where'd you get it? Chill. No need to get so upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. Did you go to any haunted places the day before? Don't be ridiculous. Don't lump me with inappropriately dressed idols like you. Same goes for this scar. As if something like this could kill you or give you amnesia. Not only is that unscientific, it's absurd. Absolutely impossible. She's yelling. That doesn't hide how she's shaking like a leaf. She's clearly more frightened now than when she was talking about the snakes. I guess she has a fear of the supernatural too, just like Sho. Ahem. That's all I can tell you. They're going after Zukawa, right? I'll help out. Are you truly alright with that? You might die. I don't plan on letting that happen. If it does, so be it. I hate the idea that people can be happy with just being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is for satisfying my intellectual curiosity. And for that, I need to get that thing back from that thieving hag. So it's more important than your life? What in the world did she steal from you? Seems she doesn't plan on answering that. But we have no reason to turn her down. We should accept her help. Okay, Mr. Venkman. Let's get back to H Elementary. Strange college. We save Hiru and return to the mansion. When she's recovered, Hiru tells us about Zukawa. She claims her colleague stole something important from her house before vanishing. She followed Zukawa to H City and eventually H Elementary. After that, her memory is vague. Next thing Hiru knew, she was in that dangerous situation. Still, Hiru's one to call Zukawa strange after following her and not contacting the police. Maybe her research work zapped all of her common sense. Hiru and Zukawa aren't too different in that way. Hiru is certainly determined in her search for Zukawa and Miss Zoo. If she claims another spirit besides Miss Zoo cursed her, just how important is this stolen item? Let's take a look at her. A lab researcher. A major pharmaceutical company researcher. She believes in cool and collected logic and violently rejects anything supernatural. She doesn't have an artistic bone in her body, probably because of her lineage, so naturally she can't play any instruments. Okay. That tells me we need to keep Ai with us, because we're gonna have to play the piano at some point. Go back to elementary. We return to H Elementary once more. If Hiru is to be believed, what we saw in that classroom was Zukawa's doing. The missing teacher, Zukawa. There's no doubt that she had something to do with the birth of Miss Zoo. Ah. We escaped from here, only to come back again. That's kind of depressing. Get rid of the mark, we have no choice. We haven't been able to thoroughly investigate the room where we saved Hiru. Probably best to start there. Let's go. Let me get another drink the water. Okay. Let's head inside. Through the flowery halls where Hanahiko haunted. Okay. Alright. We need to go back to the slaughterhouse room. That's over here, I believe. Yeah, okay. There are severed animal heads lined up across the tops of the desks. These definitely look real. I'm not sure what was used to sever them, but the cuts look strangely clean. Let's feel the severed heads. It's gross, but this would be a great place to hide things. I still myself before putting one hand on the head and shoving the other at the severed neck. Who knew an animal head could be this heavy? It's like lifting a bucket of water. Ha! After much struggling, I tipped the head on its side. There's a cream-colored plastic object shoved up the esophagus. What is that? Pull it out. Find a transistor megaphone. Megaphone? What in the hell? Megaphones are used a lot for school events and gatherings, so that's not surprising. But what the hell was it doing up an animal's neck? Is there a need to hide it in an esophagus? Tsukawa did bring countless animals here. Her bizarre, instinct passion is obvious in this room. Mr. Venkman? You okay? I realize I'm just standing there holding a megaphone that's drenched in yellow liquid. Yeah, sorry. Everything has a meaning. If that's true, then this must be really important. It's a desk with a freshly severed animal head on it. Doesn't look like anything's in the desk. The animal's eyes are staring at the wall. It almost seems like it's alive. I tried feeling around inside the desk. I feel something that could be paper. It is a scrap of paper. I open it and see several sentences. Seems like someone failed to destroy this. Oh, got another fragment. Fragment G. Let's take a look at it. And the megaphone as well. A transistor megaphone that was hidden inside an animal's head. There's still some battery power left. Command, yell loudly. Fragment G. A portion of a memo. We, blank, able to find beer of this creature and blank ill, one to fire. Oh, cut it out. You're dead. There's no need to raise such a ruckus. You're not a poltergeist. Animal heads are mounted high up on the wall. Usually, I can't distinguish animals' expressions, but all the heads look like they died in pain. Ooh, there's intestines hanging from the lights. Liquid is dripping from the mysterious organs hanging from the ceiling. The organs strewn around the floor look fresh. Anything else to tell me? No? I guess it's time for us to leave. Okay, the other test is in here. Somewhere. It's an abandoned desk. It's a desk like you'd find at any school. What's surprising is it doesn't look very weathered. I try feeling around inside the desk. I find something soft. Is it a bunny? Oh, it's a wadded up piece of paper. I open it and see several sentences. It seems to be something someone failed to destroy. Oh, fragment S. Got another one. This is the third fragment. I spread them out and stare at them. I can read the sentences in each piece. I don't know how they fit together. I switch them up and look at them again. Then, by the specific frequency of sound waves. Specific frequency of sound waves, huh? The end of fragment I and start of fragment G seem to connect and form a sentence. I might be able to read the fragments if I line them up. Saved in a while, so let's do that. So I think we're going to take another test. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Let's peek at the questions real quick. Real quick like. A little sneaky peeker. I see numbers and mathematical symbols. This seems to be a math test. Oh no. I'll come back to that. I need to prepare. Give me a moment. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I wet my throat again. Anyway, let's press on with the test here. You know it's a math test. Let's go ahead and get started. Pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Alright. See if my math skills hold up. Question 1. An ostrich can run from the first floor of the school to the second floor in 3 seconds. If the school had 5 floors, how long would it take for it to get from the first to the fifth? That's easy. That's 15 seconds. That's pretty easy. What? Was it 18? It must have been 18. Ostriches are extremely fast. They can run 60 kilometers an hour. How many seconds would it take them to reach human bait 30 meters away? No, I messed up. Oh, no I didn't. I'm almost out of soul power though, that's not good. Question 3. An ostrich's kick is very strong. Without an airbag, a human bait would die. Caution, when observing an ostrich strong, bring an airbag. Their specialty is kicking after taking a long running start. If an ostrich's speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? Oh no. I hear creepy breathing behind me. Ew. Row is rich. Okay. From the last save, let's go. So, that way, you know, I wasn't sneaking a peek at a walkthrough or anything looking for answers because I really messed that up. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Alright. Okay. 3 seconds from first to second. So 3, 6, 9. That should be 12. Should be 12 seconds. Oh, I chose 15, didn't I? Like a doofus. I got 12 seconds. Okay. Shit. "60 kilometers an hour. This is only 2 seconds. And I just guessed this one, so I had no idea. Okay. Question 3. An ostrich's kick is very strong. Without an airbag, a human would die. When observing an ostrich, bring an airbag. Her specialty is kicking after taking a long running start. If an ostrich's speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? Said it was half. try a third? No. It's okay. We passed the test. 2 out of 3. Phew. Okay. Seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet, you disobeyed teacher. You get a special test. Advance to the animal classroom. Okay. Got an answer sheet. Animal classroom? That's not that room drenched in blood, is it? But probably. We're supposed to take a test in there? I'm slightly worried about the special part. I hope it's not some weird test. That's probably exactly what it'll be. Let's get out of here. Turn around. Alright. Where's the test at? There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Let's take a look at the questions. Take a glance? It's like some kind of foreign language. I can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what kind of test it is. Let's start. But... Fragey? Entire test is written in a foreign language. I don't understand what any of it means. Before I can even ask her, Ai shakes her head violently like, No, I don't know any Spanish. I don't really think it's Spanish. I guess that confirms there's no way to take it. If we want to be able to take the test, we'll need someone who understands foreign languages. Now, I gotta come back with another partner, I guess. Maybe Yasuoka said she knows a lot of stuff. I look out the schoolyard through the window. I don't see anything moving around. The blackboard is covered in dents and scratches. It's probably too damaged to use. Oh yeah, it's the music room and it's locked. So, can't go in there. Paint is peeling off the edges of the fire door. Rust can be seen at the bottom. But nothing else. There's a scrap of paper among the debris. Yay! Got another talisman. This means we can survive a wrong answer to a question if we get one. Time to go downstairs. We need to bring a Yasuoka down here. I return to the landing with a cracked mirror. I stare into the mirror, recalling how I felt back then. I quickly look away. Shine my light up at the ceiling instead. But there's nothing there anymore. There are no traces of the rose vines or the guard's corpse. What's that? No, it's nothing. I just wanted to check something. Do we know where the guard's corpse ended up? have to go back to the mansion. Yes. Alright. We're gonna need your help, Miss Fortune Teller Lady. Hi there, Click Again. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Just playing a little bit more Deathmark here. Haven't had a chance to stream all week, so just gonna try and take advantage of it right now. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Let's go up the stairs. Need to go and take that test. I think this is the room. Yep, this is it. All the body parts and stuff. And here's the test. Let's see. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Just then, Yasuoka mumbles next to me. Oh, thank you, Click a Game. I do like to play some lesser-known games sometimes, or games that aren't quite as popular. Project 1. Question 1, then. This test is written in German. Can you read it? I learned it at a girls' school. Oh dear. I fear I've revealed how old I am. Uh-oh. Begin the test. Oh no, it's starting. In any case, I'll try to read it so you can answer the questions. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Multiple choice. Social studies. This looks like a social studies test. Question 1. History. Please answer the following question. In the Pacific War, when Japan was bombed, a bomb shelter was built in H City. During what period did this war take place? Choose the correct answer. It's Showa. Alright, got that one right. Question 2. At the start of the war against the USA, the Imperial Japanese Navy attacked Hawaii. The American naval fleet was badly damaged. What did FDR say about the attack? I think that's what it says. It's asking about what FDR said in his speech about Pearl Harbor. A date which will live in infamy. Right? Yeah, phew. Yeah. Question 3. This looks like the last one. Oh, it's a short one. The Pacific War ended in 1945. During that time, 1945 that is, which country was allied with Japan? That's Germany. That was Britain, right? No, it's Germany. Okay. Did it. That was an easier test than the last one. Okay. Managed to get through it somehow. At the end of the answer sheet, There's a test in the last empty room. Go take it immediately. Okay then. Got an answer sheet. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. We did it. I aged 10 years in 5 minutes. I just want to say thanks. No way would I have finished that by myself. Oh, that was nothing. So there's another test then. Yeah, in the last empty classroom, apparently. I wonder how long this will go on. I suppose it doesn't matter. Let us go. Let's get out of the gross room. Turn around. Go forward one more time. Don't see anything moving around. Better take another drink of water here. Is that it? There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Let's peek at the questions like a little sneaky peeker. Take a glance at the problem sheet. See what look like music staffs. I guess this is a music test. Oh no. Let's save. I don't want to end up messing up this test again. Pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Do the test. Multiple choice music questions. Let's grade the Shura the following questions. Animals can be controlled with the frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. What sound are snakes scared of? Please grant a Shura from the following. I have no idea. They aren't scared. Yeah, snakes can't hear, so they're not scared of any sound. Question 2 is about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please grant a Shura from the following. Giant fish song. Okay. Phew. Question 3. Seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please grant a Shura from the following. Piano? No! Oh no. I think it was a megaphone. But we managed to survive. That was a close one. You pass. Phew. Got an answer sheet. Pass. Did she just say we passed? It seems so. I wonder why we passed. We finished every test and passed. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling something is about to happen. Passing the test. We finished the test and find the guard's pitiful corpse. But we passed all the tests and obtained 5 answer sheets. I'm sure we can use these horrible smelling papers somehow. The snakes in the hall reacted to the red notebook, and it smelled similar. Are there any other places with snake nests? These papers smell even stronger, so they should have an effect. Oh. Yeah, I know where I need to go. Yep, I know of another snake nest, or at least one. We can try using these papers on. Yeah. It's an elaborate anatomical model. I can sense something alive moving around inside. Let's try the answer sheet. I take out all the answer sheets I have and hold them close to the model. Uh-oh. There you go. Bye-bye. Away with bots. Take out all the answer sheets I have and hold them close to the model. And... snake heads poke out from the model and suddenly slither to the floor. Go away! Shoo! Are they dangerous? I quickly wad up the answer sheets and threw them through the window to the next room. Yeah, there's anatomical models in Japanese schools look creepy, especially in horror games. It's a rule in Japanese horror that there's a school setting. It needs to have a creepy anatomical model. And the snakes chase after them. Soon there are none left inside the model. I broke out in a cold sweat. I stick my hand in the model and feel around. I find a paper box and a key. Got matches and a music room key. Lost all the answer sheets, oh no. Well, we won't need them for anything else, I guess. The mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Oh no. Has that much time passed already? Yasuoka? I anxiously call out to them. I feel odd. Your voice sounds like it's underwater. It's starting. We need to hurry and find any clues left. Human anatomy model. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got. Yeah, the key to the music room. School key discovered in an anatomy model filled with snakes. And the matches. Matches that had been hidden inside the anatomy model. The box is full. Okay, so it looks like we can use a few of them. think I know what else we can use these matches on. Let's go down the steps. Go down again. Back on the first floor here. Yeah. Okay. It's the hole I opened with a hammer. I see you wiggling in the darkness. First, we gotta use, this. Take out the clear bottle and pour its liquid inside the hole. The shadows inside the hole flail about for a while, but then go back to normal. Now to use the matches. I take out the matches, light one, and throw it into the hole. A pillar of blue flame shoots out of the hole. The snakes writhe around, then vacate the hole en masse. They disappear into the cracks in the walls and beyond the doorway. Shit. After the wave of snakes vanishes, I find something on the floor. It must have been carried out of the nest when the snakes fled. That Eisen Assurance talisman. But it looked like the snakes brought the talisman on purpose when they fled the hole. Like they were scared of it burning in the fire. Were they trying to protect it from the flames? It must be something really important then. I think so. Well, let's not save yet. I know we need to go get high because we're going to need to play the piano. She's the only person right now I have who can play music instruments. Let's go back to the mansion. Partner up with, I.
Okay.
Hello. Let's go back to the school. Alright. Now let's go this way. It's a little faster to where we need to go, which is the music room. Anything there? Our door is rusted shut and won't move. Okay. Nope. I walked past the music room. Yep, it's locked. I use the music room key and open the door. Now let's save again real quick. Nothing to look at but the piano. Okay. Keys are still intact. It's probably out of tune, but it's definitely playable. I checked the music stand. There's a piece of sheet music on it. Got sheet music. Harp streamer. What's that? Sheet music for a well-known children's song. It's not complicated, but would be hard for a non-player. all that's in here? Oh wait, there's something here. This place probably used to be full of desks, but now it only holds a single piano. That's not helpful. Uh-oh. We step into the hall and the loudspeaker crackles. Do you have brains? No, you're not a zombie. You're a ghost. I'll use those wonderful brains now as ingredients and dissect you. What? Did she just say she'll dissect us for ingredients? I know! Who could imagine an evil spirit would say such a thing? She'll use our wonderful brains as ingredients and dissect us. And that means... That's why she had us take those tests. She wanted to see if we were worthy enough to become ingredients. Setting up tests to select her prey. That was what Miss Sue was trying to do. The heads lined up in that blood-stained room. The image of my own head joining them comes to mind more easily than I'd like. Footsteps closing in. Sorry, the road's crowded. Aye, get a hold of yourself. I shake Aye. She seems to be dreaming. The Marcus dyed a deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. What? Something's rushing up the western staircase with amazing speed. Shit. I doubt we'll be able to escape. In that case, our only option is to... We'll ambush her. We'll hide so we get the advantage. I grab Ai's hand and run down the hall. Which classroom should we hide in? I don't know. Music room. Yeah, she's coming from the western staircase, so music room was closest. We ran through the music room. That and I couldn't remember where those other classrooms were, so... Oh. Oh, she's here. Miss Sue smiles and leaps forward the second she sees us come out of the locker. She's coming closer on her ostrich legs. It's like she could jump at us at any moment. Office trash. Yes. Oh, that's right. You have to use an air bat to protect yourself. Penguin holds the office trash. I holds up the eyes in the surest charm. It wasn't effective. Great Ashura, give it back! Miss Sue glares daggers at me and screams, her mouth dripping with blood. Miss Sue dashes and performs a jump kick. It wasn't effective. I pull up the garbage bag in front of us and endure the fierce kick by cushioning the blow. Her armed snakes hiss, threatening us. Yeah, use this again. And the matches. Yes. I scatter the liquid and ignite it with the matches. Miss Zoo stretches out her snake arms. It wasn't effective. The snakes are confused by the massive flames and are unable to aim. Hatchet. This. Bankman slashes the hatchet. Snakes wrap around my arms as I swing and stop the attack. Miss Sue is stuck in place. We can get to the piano now. Ai's fingers dance over the keys. Miss Sue stiffens as if she's paralyzed. Miss Sue is weakened. Yeah, this. Burn the charm. I tried to ignite Aizen Ashura's charm with the match. Great Ashura! Miss Sue shrieks when she sees the charm go up in flames. She clings onto me, scrambling to get it back from me. Pressed together, my sweat squelches and mixes with her bodily fluids. Gross. Ashura Aizen's charm disintegrates the ash in Miss Zoo's hand and scatters into the air. Her eyes pin me in place with their intense fury. How dare you? How dare you, Great Ashura! The snakes on Miss Sue's arms raise their heads and swiftly strike at their prey. But their fangs sink into... Oh! Miss Sue's torso. Why? The snakes are feasting on the places where she touched my skin. Is it because of my human smell? They devour her torso, the only part of her that is human. She squeals with joy. Feels so good. After consuming their host, the snake arms detach and fall to the ground. Wriggling their half-torn bodies, they vanish into the darkness. I don't sense Miss Zoo anymore. Did we do it? Ai is back to normal. Her mark is probably gone. But, as expected, mine is still there. So there are still spirits in this city? The look on my face is probably obvious. Ai looks at me apologetically. I've gotten used to it. I'm just glad you and Yasuoka are safe now. Mr. Venkman. Anyway, I wonder what this is. There's a folded paper on the ground where Miss Sue vanished. I open it and find it's an old map. Shining a flashlight on it, the first word that I can see is army. Is this what Miss Hiru said was stolen from her? It could be. I put the map in my bag. Then we finally bid farewell to the music room and its beast and perfume smell. Oh, wait a second. What is it? I want to bring that sheet music. A reminder of my music beating evil. You know, this would make great inspiration for a new song. I kinda don't want to linger here. Yeah, I'll just be 2 secs. Hey. I dashes back inside the music room before I can say anything in reply. Jeez. She totally does whatever she wants. Christy was the same way. Is this what happens when you become famous? No, I'm being unfair. Uh-oh. Mr. Venkman! I bursts out of the room and clings to me. What happened? A snake. It fell from the ceiling, hit my shoulder, and slid down my back. She's nearly in tears. Get it off me. Okay. Feel around her back as she hangs on me. There's nothing there. Huh? Nothing's there. You can let go already. When you grab my neck, it's hard to... Oh! Sorry. But I was telling the truth. I definitely felt something. Maybe it fell off as you were running. So, did you grab the sheet music? Excuse me, let me get a little drink of water here. Phew. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's all done. I'm sorry to make you wait. Madam Yasuoka and Miss Hiru are expecting us, so let's head back. We leave the school, climb into the car, and head to the mansion. Thank you. My mark has indeed vanished. I still have mine, though. I mean, not I believe that's going to kill me or anything. It doesn't bother me at all. She talks tough. The whole time she's clenching her teeth. More importantly, Mr. Venkman, did Zukawa have anything on her? You mean this? I pulled the old map out of my bag. Yes, that's it. It's an important family heirloom. Hiru snatches the map out of my hand without even so much as a thank you. How rude. Oh, I guess you deserve a reward. Have this instead. She takes a purple notebook from her coat. The color's different, but the design matches the red notebook we found in the shop. It's Tsukawa's diary. It was in her room. It looks like she was still sane when she wrote in it. I take the notebook from her. It seems Miss Zhu is interested in that map of yours, Miss Hiru. Could you tell us more about it? No. It's basically just a treasure map. Well, now I want to know even more. We should have taken a look earlier. The clock begins to chime. It's almost dawn. Everyone should go get some sleep. You can use any room on the second floor. Thank you. That would be lovely. Also, I and Yasuoka, you must leave the mansion tomorrow. There's no need for you to stay here now that your mark is gone. Oh dear. Are you telling me to leave you and Miss Hiru here by yourselves? Please don't joke. Saya specifically requested my assistance. I'm grateful, really. But those who have escaped the mark should return to their normal lives. That's the dying wish of Saya Kujo, and Mary's as well. But Yasuoka, I'd like you to help out another way. I'm sure you know other people in the supernatural phenomenon field. Can you research the mark with your knowledge and connections? An investigation like that is beyond me. I know practically zero about spirits. This is the only thing I can think of. If Mary was still here, it'd be different. Yasuoka stares at me silently. I stare right back into her eyes, not turning away. Fine. I'll leave the legwork to the young. I'll do what I can to help. Besides, if I stay behind, I'm sure Miss I would want to as well. I'm counting on you. Of course. I won't let you down. Her voice and posture exude confidence and reliability. I'm sure it's a good part of why she's so successful as a fortune teller. However, I shall rest for today. These old bones are exhausted. Good night. Mr. Venkman, are you sure you'll be okay without me and Madame Yasuoka? Yeah, I've survived this long already. I'll manage somehow. Unease is bubbling up within me. I push it down and force a smile. I can't let her worry about me. Okay, then I'll trust you. But you better promise me, when your mark is gone, you'll come to one of my concerts. Promise? Okay. You better. Okay, I'm heading up. Good night, Mr. Venkman. Jeez. So you're saying I have to stay. Not that I care. I thought you didn't believe in the mark's curse because it's unscientific. Of course. There's no way in hell I'd believe something like that. But it's also true that I haven't found solid proof to deny it either. And Miss Yakuoka and Miss I's marks really did up and disappear. So I've decided to stay here and see how this plays out. That's all. It's the truth. can see she's desperately trying to hide that she's terrified of the supernatural. Ah, well. I owe you for saving me. So I'll tell you a bit about it. Could be related to the mark somehow, too. Are you talking about the map? Yeah. It's of an underground shelter in H City. The only way Zukawa found that shelter was because of this map. Not sure why she'd be eager for an old map of facilities that have to be 50 years old. That's a secret. It's possible that whatever turns Yukawa into a monster is down there in that shelter. What? What do you mean? I've already told you that I have no intention of giving you any details. I'm tired too, so I'm going to bed. Hiru makes her way upstairs to the rooms. The end of our last conversation swirls around in my head. The shelter, army, Zukawa transforming, and the deja vu I felt down in the shelter. What does it all mean? It's no use. My brain is so tired that the words are just repeating nonsensically over and over. I can't get my thoughts in order. I may as well go to bed for today. The road to madness. Let's take a look at the memo here. Ooh, there's a lot here. Alright, the road to madness. I looked through the diary Hiru found in Zukawa's room that holds her thoughts from her human days and offers glimpses into the events that led up to her transformation. It starts with a recollection of her childhood. She repeatedly asked her parents and teachers why she was human. Soon her peers shunned her. Zukawa was exceedingly intelligent, but hated people. On the other hand, she loved animals, gathering many and keeping them hidden while she cared for them in an abandoned house. To her surprise, she eventually fell in love with someone, and when she confessed, he said he didn't like people who reeked of animals. That night, the abandoned house burned down in a fire. The diary never mentions the cause of the fire, but I remember something about a fire in... Oh, right, Zukawa's red notebook. The school science lab, her paradise with her beloved animals, also burned down in a fire. That's a weird coincidence. The diary moves past her youth and her time as a researcher after she left the school. That's when she and Hiru worked at the same place. I hate people. She wrote that every day. A hatred solidified when she met MH. MH is probably Hiru. She pretended to get along with her colleague. The diary lays out her overwhelming hatred of people, especially Hiru. The only interest she took in Hiru's biological research work was the human experiments to enhance human abilities and strength. She desired to corroborate every questionable human experiment, even saying she would be a test subject herself. There's no mention of where she learned all this information, but there are some familiar scribbles at the end of the diary. Army, manhole, underground shelter, MH's map, Ashura. I bet MH's map is the one Zukawa stole from Hiru at the shelter. The woman in white with a Buddha statue. Zukawa going in and out of the shelter. Something in there must have turned her into Miss Zu. Aizu, Ashura. It must connect to the statue somehow. The diary ends with these words. The previous this world war, with the Buddha's wisdom, I'll no longer be an abhorrent human. Body and soul, barriers broken, open the door to a new world. Okay. Now it's time to move on. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Rest. I decide to rest now. That's the end of chapter 4, Miss Sue. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift on the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? Hey, Mr. Venkman. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. That explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name, like you. Not that I completely believe this curse thing is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits and the mark. I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why does this have to happen to me? Oh. Hiru is startled at the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Sorry to impose on you so late. Huh? A tall, thin man walks in. It looks like needs a bit more sun. Maybe some protein in his diet. His skin is as white as a sheet, and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. You're Venkman and Hero, right? I heard about you and the mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about a Miss Zoo, too? Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yasuoka. Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Daimon. I think you can guess my occupation. Dental surgeon, right? Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Oh, I messed up Hiru's voice. She sounds a little bit friendlier now. I'll have to change that. Diamond's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hiru's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you. The mark. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal. familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. To be honest, I never thought it'd happen to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There's a mention of a strange scar on my grandpa's records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War. More than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in the secret army laboratory. After the war, all top secret documents related to the lab were burned. Except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe. Really? Is the secret lab that hard to believe? After everything else you've gone through? Dr. Damon, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. How unscientific. Don't you think so, Mr. Venkman? Can't deny it's possible. What? Are you serious? I can see why Yasuoka gave you her stamp of approval. The way you consider every possibility is indeed admirable. That open-mindedness must allow you to face the supernatural. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. Seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called a cannon soldier. Cannon soldier? That makes me think of the Bodhisattva cannon. 50 years ago. And the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Diamond, where is that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it. I see. Hey, Mr. Venkman, that 13th Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to. She pulls out her old map. I'd wanted to keep it secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrances to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Whoa, are you serious? In its excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where did you get that, Hero? My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Miss Zukawa, stole it. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loved strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab. That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way, Hero? He could have been. All I know is he was an engineer with the rank of captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab. Now both of you have the mark? Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hero and I have in common. From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the Canine Soldier. A name that reminds me of a statue. Traces of Miss Sue in the shelter. It might all be connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from each shrine. Dr. Daemon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Daemon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill. So we're heading to the shelter? About that. We're stopped from going further by a locked door. That strange old man was there too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us though. It'll be difficult to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole on K. Miyamachi North Road. I see. She opens the map and studies it. You're right. An entrance is there. But there seems to be one other one. It's at M. South Alley. Have you tried going there? No, not yet. Then let's go there. Hopefully we can get in. Look at the Cannon Soldier. Look at that. Cannon Soldier. Yasuoka sent a new mark-bearer, Daimon, to the mansion. He talks about a mysterious being called the Cannon Soldier. He learned about from clinical records during World War II. Those documents also mention a scar similar to the mark. Everyone who had it worked in a specific army research facility. They were developing the Cannon Soldier there at the end of the war. I don't really know what the Cannon Soldier is. If everyone involved in the research got the mark, I can't help but think they were trying to make a spirit into a weapon. But why would Daimon, grandson of a researcher, and Hiru, granddaughter of a lab engineer, suddenly get the mark now? Did the soldier's curse spread to the descendants or something? And then there's that 13th Army Engineering Lab. Hiru agrees to tell us more about it. Her old map is of that lab. Same underground shelter we broke into earlier. The key to Zukawa's transformation and the stolen statues is likely there. So we'll have to go back again. The map shows another entrance on Imno South Alley. Let's try looking around there this time. And we will do that. But I think I'll do that next stream. Because I'm trying to keep these to one chapter a stream. So we'll do that. Alright. That's all good. So let's head back to the waiting room for now. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being able to stream again after more than a week. That was far too long. But, it's been very busy lately. I got the desk for my computer, and I'm going to build it. I'm going to start it tonight and probably finish it tomorrow. Then once that's all installed, I'll be able to get to work getting my desktop PC. So I'll be able to do much more in the future. More effects, more streams, more games, and less wear and tear on my poor, suffering laptop. So, oh, you're welcome, Click. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, Short and Retro is on, playing Sea of Thieves. So let's go ahead and pay a visit to her. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And as always, rest in peace. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.